Hey everyone, welcome to the top 10. Let's welcome to my top 10 favorite airplane movies. Yes, not to be mistaken of the movie Airplane. I'm actually talking about movies that mostly take place on airplane or airplanes or whatever you want to say it. Yes, I thought it'd be kind of cool to, focus on top 10 lists about movies that take place on certain ways of transportation stuff. Why? I don't know. It sounds like a cool different idea for a top 10 list, so let's get to it. Here are my top 10 favorite movies about, I guess, airplanes or airplane movies. Movies that take place on airplanes. That's the one I was looking for. Anyways, here's always for a top 10 list. You gotta have your honorable mentions. And my honorable mentions are Airport, Con Air, Die Hard 2, Snakes on a Plane, and Nonstop. All decent flicks, I guess. Just come with the top 10 list. But my top 10 is my number 10. My number 10 is Gotta Take You Riding Through the Danger Zone. Top Gun. Yes, Top Gun. Excited for the new one. That new Maverick movie looks fucking cool. Really good trailer. I like Top Gun a lot. I don't love it, but I enjoy it. It's a very cool homoerotic pilot movie about people, doing planes, serving the army, doing the Air Force. People die. It's very sad. But yeah, I enjoy this film. I love Tom Cruise as Maverick. I love Tom Skerritt. I love Val Kilmer and the volleyball scene. Really great scene. Take My Breath Away. Really good scene as well. Just the airplane scenes are all great. They're just cool, really well shot. It's just one of Tony Scott's fun films. Just, I don't know. Just it's weird. It's cheesy. It's corny. It's got a kick-ass soundtrack. I just enjoy Top Gun a lot. Coming in number 9 is Memphis Belle. Memphis Belle is a pretty cool little war film. Basically about this plane with all these different people, and they're basically bombing a city. I think this takes place during, I don't know if it was World War I or World War II. I remember watching this in my Canadian history class, and I really enjoyed it, and I watched it years later on the History Channel, and I still enjoyed it. That was really good. Basically, it's about each member of the plane, the pilot, the co-pilot, the bombardier, the navigator, each of the 3 gunners, and basically them taking this plane to this city and bombing it. And what they gotta do is horrible and destructive, but that's their mission and stuff, and they have to deal with all these other planes, flying over them and basically attacking them and stuff, and some of them live, some of them die, and that's the whole gist of the film. And there's pretty cool actors in it, like you got like Sean Astin and D.B. Sweeney and stuff, and it's a really good movie, actually. You genuinely care about most of these characters. You like that it's all set in this airplane, in this plane stuff. You feel like you're part of the crew, part of the team and stuff, and it's just a really well-made film. Coming in number 8 is Sully. Sully is directed by Clint Eastwood, and starring Tom Hanks. And it's about Sully, the guy who landed the plane. Basically, that plane was about to crash, and he basically saved everyone's life. And basically, they had to do a whole courtroom case about it and what really went down. Was it his fault? Is he responsible for it? Really, really enjoyable film. I thought it was a really good film. I thought Tom Hanks was good. Aaron Eckhart was good. I thought Clint Eastwood's direction was really good. The story didn't really need to be made into a full-length feature because all there is the plane crash and him saving the people, and there's not really much else to it, but they still try their best to make a really cool, pretty cohesive story, and I think it works as a whole. It's not an amazing film, but it's still a good film. Coming in number 7 is Final Destination, the very first Final Destination. This is about these teenagers. It's a horror movie, but these teenagers that go on a trip. They're on a class trip to Paris, and they're on this plane, and this main character has a vision the plane is going to crash, and then the plane ends up crashing, but he ends up getting off the plane with a few members of his class, and basically, because they cheated death is going to come back and kill them all. Yes, this is not like a straight airplane movie because the whole movie doesn't take place on an airplane, but the reason I call it an airplane movie is because the central focus is on the airplane, and because they didn't die on the airplane, it's causing the chain of death and how they all have to die now in the order that they died on the airplane stuff. So the airplane itself is still a character within the film. I enjoy Final Destination. I thought they overdid with its sequels, but I still think Final Destination is a very fun slasher horror film that is well worth the watch. Coming number 6 is United 93. United 93 is written and directed by Paul Greengrass, a really talented filmmaker that I really enjoy, and this one is a very difficult film to watch because it's basically about the attack on 9/11, about the 2 planes crashing in the Twin Towers and stuff, and it's basically about one of the planes and all the people on the planes and people taking over it, and it's just Really intense film, really brutally realistic. It's not a very watchable film because of all the shit and tragic stuff that happens. And I like that they got a very no-named actress to play to make it more real and more fleshed out and stuff. And I think this is a really great film. Very captivating, very thrilling, very interesting, and a lot of information I didn't know about the attack on 9/11 stuff. And I think it's a really good movie. It's a good airplane movie, but not the most pleasant. Coming number 5 is Flight. Flight, I consider the R-rated version of Sully. Or Sully is the tame version of Flight. Flight is basically about this alcoholic played by Denzel Washington, and basically he's drunk, and he was drunk while he flew this plane. This plane was about to crash, and he actually saved everyone's life on this plane while intoxicated, and he's getting investigated by it because he was intoxicated. And it's a really interesting movie about alcoholism and drug addiction, and also being a pilot. And it's a really good story with almost a perfect performance by Denzel Washington. He is so good in this movie. Come on, when this scene was just like, I'm drunk now. Just really good scene. I also love John Goodman as his drug dealer. He's really good in it too. And I thought it was a really different movie by Robert Zemeckis, and I thought it was really interesting. It's a very captivating watch, and it's very brutal, and just it's a really intense movie when it comes to that airplane scene when he's saving the people. Man, that's more intense than the Sully scene, and it's, wow. Yeah, I think Flight's a good movie, and I think it's better than Sully, so yeah. Coming number 4 is Air Force One. Yes, get off my plane. Harrison Ford. This is directed by Wolfgang Peterson, a director, again, I really enjoy, and this is a 90s action film, and it's so fun. It's a really fun, very entertaining film. I think it's a 90s. Is it an 80s or a 90s? I don't even know. I think it's a 90s. Harrison Ford's really great. He's the president of the United States, and he's on Air Force One, and these terrorists, led by Gary Oldman, are taking over the plane, basically to get someone out of a Russian prison, and it's so good. It's basically up to Harrison Ford, the president, to, get everyone off the plane and get rid of these terrorists and stuff. And you got Glenn Close as the vice president, and you got William H. Macy is one of the Secret Service agents, and Gary Oldman is a really cool, badass, intimidating villain. Just really fun action thriller, and all takes place on a plane, so awesome. Coming number 3 is The Aviator. The Aviator, directed by Martin Scorsese, probably one of his most underappreciated films, and Leonardo DiCaprio as Howard Hughes. Yeah, way in the future. Way in the future. Way in the future. I think Leonardo DiCaprio is so good, and I definitely would have loved to see him get an Oscar win for this performance. He is so fantastic in this film. Love him in this movie. Love the direction. I love Cate Blanchett as Catherine Hepburn. Love Scorsese's direction, its execution. I love how they go into the psyche of Howard Hughes and his filmmaking and his obsession with planes and flying planes and putting airplanes in all his movies is just really, really cool. And just he's the central focus, Howard Hughes, and just the way they dive into him and his psyche and just how just weirdly OCD he is just really great. And also love Jude Law as Errol Flynn. That was a really good casting choice as well. And just I think it's just a really cool movie about airplanes and filmmaking. So yeah, love it. Coming in number 2 is a very underrated thriller, and that's Red Eye. Red Eye is directed by Wes Craven, starring Rachel McAdams and Cillian Murphy. Really, really great film. And I love that it's mostly on a plane about this girl. She's on this plane with this guy, and this guy is basically assassin. He's an assassin, and he wants to kill this politician. And he's staying at Rachel McAdams' hotel, and he needs her help to switch him to a room so he can basically assassinate him. And if she doesn't do it, he'll hire a guy, which he actually did hire a guy, to kill her father. So basically, either her father dies, or this guy and his family, this politician and his family die. So Rachel McAdams has to make this choice to either try to save her father, or try to save this politician and his family. And also, she's on this plane this whole time, sitting next to this man who's a killer, who's an assassin, and she has no idea how to escape from him, because if she tells anyone who he is, he'll get her father killed. It's a really good, very claustrophobic thriller. It's got great dialogue, 2 great performances by Rachel McAdams and Cillian Murphy, really edge-out-your-seat thriller, and just a really interesting film by Wes Craven. I think it's easily one of Wes Craven's best films, and I absolutely love it. And my number 1 favorite movie about airplanes is Airplane. The comedy movie Airplane, the Zucker brothers did a great job. This movie is literally satirizing airplanes, airports. It satirizes like weird war films and Saturday Night Fever. Love it. Shirley can't be serious. I am serious. Don't call me Shirley. Really great movie. I love Lloyd Bridges. I love Leslie Nielsen in this movie. I love some of the jokes, the cameos. It is literally one of the greatest comedies ever made, and easily the best movie about airplanes. So yeah, that's my top 10 favorite airplane movies, in my opinion. So in the comment section below, please tell me, did you agree with this top 10 list? If not, give me guys top 10 favorite movies that involve airplanes. Your top 10 list, but who cares? Give me thoughts, opinions, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.